I think it's a free-to-play game on Steam, and the way you move is like you're...
Boom.
Boom. Hello, Peter. Thank you for the boom, master.
That's me.
Welcome back. We're playing Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Nyarlathotep. We have got the usual suspects. We've got Peter playing Ruth. We've got Evan playing crazy old man Norman. We've got Graydon playing Clyde. We've got Matt playing Harrison Dodge. Jared might show up later. Not sure. But if not, no worries. We got almost a full cast here. How's everyone doing today?
Oh, cheeky. Feeling cheeky.
Cheeky.
I love to hear that. That's great news. Everyone, are you ready to play some more fucking Call of Cthulhu?
I'm ready to be productive.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
excellent.
I'm
Well, you
just
had a
spitting
very
God face again.
you somehow managed to pull a productive session out of the nightmare that was wandering around London looking for clues. So
And telling God no.
yes. It's fine. It's fine. You found something. You found something to work with. So yes. Last we left off, you guys were basically flying by the seat of your pants, not knowing what to do. You followed up on a few leads, but couldn't really find much. After meeting Rebecca Schosenberg in a park nearby some of the areas you were investigating, she was like, "Hey, maybe you should do this," and you guys were like, "Fuck you, absolutely not,
She was just really
absolutely not." And you decided to gather yourselves and drive up to Derbyshire.
Are you up right now?
Just
Mom.
Oh, I feel
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
fine.
why.
It's all good.
as the stream manager, it's my fault,
Yeah.
really.
So I love how Courtney always decides to start talking to Evan like when we're playing. And she never speaks during the first half hour that we're in the call. It's as soon as we begin playing, she needs something.
She's actually got the stream open on her phone. She's ready.
Courtney hates tabletop role playing games. You heard it here first.
Confirmed.
So you went to Derbyshire. You stayed in a haunted hotel. That didn't mean anything. It was just kind of a nice bit of flavor. You went to Hinson Manufacturing, following a lead on one of the receipts that you found at the Penhew Foundation. In doing so, you found that some crates had been shipped there from Port Darwin, Australia, if I remember the name of the town correctly.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yes, Darwin, Australia. Randolph Shipping Company. And you snuck your way in by pretending to be members of a safe installation team or something or another. It's like
it was safe maintenance, I believe.
Safe
It was,
maintenance.
That was a great
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Their warranty was going to be voided.
Yes.
100 years.
And you met
warranty.
you met the marshal. Not the marshal. You met Frank Marshall, the foreman of the facility, who punched one of his own guards and then sent you guys packing. And that's where we left off. So it is February 4th, Wednesday, 1925. And you are standing outside of Henson Manufacturing.
Around what time of day is it?
We said it was kind of morning-ish
Okay.
because you guys woke up at the hotel that you were staying at. So it would be early still, probably 10 at the latest.
We can't hear you.
Now we
Evan.
can't hear him.
Your webcam is your mic input right now, buddy. Oh, good lord.
Why
Like-
it is.
Hello?
But I fixed it.
Okay, good
He
work.
fixed it.
Okay. Anyways, goodness me, that guy who punched out his own man instead of one of us, real scary, huh? Kind of feel like we lucked out there, eh, Chief?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I'm just habitually referring to Norman as the chief because he was the boss. He was the safe maintenance.
Frank
Okay.
Marshall was the boss.
What?
Frank Marshall's. We're staking this shit out, right, Ruth?
Well, you guys just went into your secret mission, and so now it failed. You didn't get into the vault, so now we need to.
Yeah, but we No, we agreed we're gonna stake it out. I have a note here in my journal that says we're gonna stake the place out now.
For what
It's
purpose?
9:30 in the morning.
Break in. We're gonna steal the key off his person, and if it's not on his
Oh, you're right. I do remember that actually.
there's some sort of plan with the key. My old mind, it's not working for me no more.
So you want to jump him in the alleys of London?
Essentially, yes. You should jump.
Norman, you saw the same guy that I did, right? You saw the guy that punched his guy, not the guy who got punched by the guy, right?
Yeah, well, I don't care if he's gonna punch me. He can't do anything with me and my trusty shotgun.
Norman, he could stick his
Just
two
Norman.
fingers in the barrels of your shotgun and prevent it from firing just like that.
You are all cowards. We agreed to. I have it written down. We're
He could talk with his hands and knock you out in the process. He could literally put in such little effort and crush your little bones. Did you see that guy? I don't think that guard is ever recovering.
How is it? He's still human. He's not impervious to bullets.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Clyde. Where were you when we were talking to the man giant?
I don't care how big he
So
is.
you didn't see him, right? So let this literary genius explain it to you with my literary words. Here we go. One moment, please. Can you read that?
Scary.
Very.
Scary, very scary. He was less so a man as he was a byproduct of an ancient giant who lives in the hills and a mean old woman. Very, very large, very tall, biologically just built to be taller and more superior than every other man. I don't want to look him in his face ever again. You understand?
You know,
me?
Harrison, I didn't think you were that timid.
It's not so much timid as in it's an intimidate as in that's what I was. Thank you very much. Sorry guys, gotta go. It's less so timid as it is intimidate, as that's what I was when this mean old guy said, "Get the
Harrison,
fuck out of my job."
I don't care if you're afraid. We agreed to this. An agreement's an agreement. Whether or not any of you remember it in the last, even though we made this agreement 2 minutes ago.
Even though you constructed it entirely in your brain and decided that it was the plan without consulting any of your fellow investigators.
We are now going to stake out the place and break in.
Okay, so but nothing there. Does it say encounter big mean man in alley and put shotgun in
We
his
assume that he sleeps there, and we assume that the key's around his neck, and we're gonna shoot him in the face and get the key.
Why murder? Why? There's four of
He's
us.
too big.
There's
We can't
4 of
overpower him.
us.
The only option is murder.
What do we even know? Why are we trying to get into the safe? We found a
Guys.
receipt at the Penhew Foundation. That's all we know.
Obviously, you're all too chicken
No,
shit
but-
to try to get into this place.
Hey, don't call me chicken shit.
Clyde, you're different since New York. You used to be cool, man.
Norman, I stayed with you. I followed your lead when we were in that juju shop. I locked the doors, and then you punched the old man in the face. Granted, it worked out for us.
You used to be cool. Now you want to run at every corner.
I'm not running around no corners.
You want to
I'll
kill a
do
man
this.
point blank with a shotgun in some alley somewhere, Norman. I'm sorry if we show a little hesitation to that, right?
No, that's plan B if the stakeout doesn't go well.
So you want to stake the place out and just acquire the key?
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
We can watch habits, see if he leaves and goes, see what people walk in. And we could give it a couple hours.
Maybe
What else do we gotta do?
the truck that's rented, maybe that will show up here. You never know.
You never know.
Well, I don't
Maybe.
necessarily disagree with the idea of doing a stakeout. It's just that, do we really want to break in there and try and take a key off of a living body of a man that could very easily murder us? And I know what Norman's going to say. I take my big shotgun and put it in his face. What happens when the shotgun doesn't kill him.
Then we shoot him with a revolver, and then Ruth punches him in the face, and then you write about it and how you were the hero.
Do you not remember Peru and what we dealt with?
They don't
The
kill him.
demons we've
And I killed
killed?
the lizard with it.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure we
Oh,
fought
shotgun can
many.
kill a lizard
Yeah.
man, then it can kill him.
I mean, sure, we fought demons and terrifying creatures of horrible origins, but they were about here on me. This guy is like, if I cloned myself and then had myself stand on my shoulders and then put a big jacket on and stuff the jacket with terrifying muscle and menace. He's not. I would rather fight 10 of those fish-faced men, have every single one of them impregnate me with a larvae, than ever have to look at that guy again. Okay?
What
And
did
I
this
stand by that.
man do? I don't know.
I feel like this is your literary brain just exaggerating, Harrison.
He had 3 people that he could have chosen to punch, and as a power move, he punched his own guy. He was like, "Dang, this is what's gonna happen to you if you don't leave here immediately." And Norm and I weren't sticking around there after that. There's no way we can cross paths with that guy. He'll kill us.
I am sick and tired of arguing with you, Harrison, every single time the rest of us agree to do to something and you disagree. So
Vote.
no,
Sorry.
Vote.
What?
Stake out.
Sorry.
we're gonna
All
vote.
in favor of shotgun in the chin of big scary menace man?
No,
that's-
sorry, I'm not in favor.
We got him, boys.
His inner self.
No, Harrison. All in favor of staking out Harrison's sons to get the key and get into the safe.
Henson Manufacturing.
Henson Manufacturing. That's 3. And you're even voting for that, Harrison. So what the hell are we arguing about?
What this means is that I'm fully on board with the staking out, but I want to avoid any situation where we have to encounter people that are equipped to end our lives. I
Well,
don't think we're gonna win any fight in there. Okay, I don't.
Is your next book going to be called That Time I Was a Sissy Baby?
My next book is gonna be called How to Be Stealthy and Avoid Murder.
how to fill up a cup of water with my tears while my friends do cool shit.
You know, clearly I'm in the minority here, so I'll do whatever it is that you guys want to do.
I want
Okay?
you
It
to
sounds like
face
you're
it.
sounds like you're staking out Henson Manufacturing.
Yeah. Agreed.
So you're gonna spend the day. You're gonna spend like X amount of time. Just wait.
I would say let's stake it out till like early evening, like end of business hours sort of thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I agree.
Okay, that is definitely understandable. Could I get stealth checks from everyone?
Bless me. I fixed my mic.
Hey, you
Yeah,
did.
no, that's perfect.
It's in the wrong hole.
Ah, same.
Okay, I rolled pretty good. Let's see if that's enough. Stealth? Shit. Fail.
I failed.
I succeeded.
Harrison?
I succeeded. I rolled first. I succeeded first. I said it first. Pay attention.
Oh.
I didn't hear you say that.
None of us did.
Yeah.
God! Oh shit.
Why are you yelling right here?
So that's 2 successes and 2 failures.
Yep.
Regular successes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Also, during this stakeout, I'm gonna be reading my book.
Yeah.
You're not even
my-
paying
don't worry.
attention.
No.
I'm keeping-
right.
Don't worry. I'm keeping a running tally on your book reading.
All right.
You're almost at 3 weeks worth of book reading. You got
Good.
you got like another 2.5 weeks left of book reading to do.
It's a lot of reading.
I kind of hope Clyde dies right before he finishes the book.
Oh, wouldn't that be tragic?
The cliffhanger.
Okay. So you guys stick around for most of the day. Nobody really comes and goes. You see the same sort of crew members stick around, and I mean, the two guards that were guarding the door, you see like them one at a time, maybe go in for a few minutes at a time every now and then, but for the most part, they stick there. At 5 p.m., you see a lot of men dressed just in casual workwear leave the building, presumably quitting time. About a dozen or so workers leave the building, and the two guards leave the building as well, but they're replaced with two guards dressed similarly, who are presumably here for the night shift.
Let's run the same bit.
Go for it.
Interesting point of clarification. They relieve the two guards at the gate, but they go into the gate themselves, so there's no one guarding the gate at this point.
Do the two new guards come from within the gate, within the compound, or they?
No, they came from elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, but they came together.
Is there anything like around this building? Is there like a second entrance? Is the whole place enclosed in?
That would require you to get out of. I'm assuming you guys are sitting in the truck for this stakeout, so that would require you to get out and take a look.
Sure. At some point, I'll take a break from my reading and I'll go take a walk.
All right, I'm going to need you to make another stealth check and a spot hidden check.
Another stealth. Nobody knows me. I'm just a casual guy walking around. Stealth is a success.
Okay.
And spot hidden is another success.
Nice.
There is the one gate leading into the enclosed area and it is large brick walls on all sides of the enclosed area. There's a couple of buildings outside of the brick walls, but they're not part of the Hanson manufacturing compound.
Okay. Are the buildings like beside? Are they occupied or are they?
The not at this point. They are. I think presumably they're somewhat smaller buildings. They look like one looks like an old barn, and one is like the map says it's like a brick manufacturing plant or something like that, like a brick kiln. So
like no buildings tall enough to like look over the wall or anything like that.
no, both buildings are taller than the wall.
Do we have any intel on like when the plant gets deliveries and if it would be inappropriate to deliver supplies at this time in the evening?
You have no idea what's the supply chain looks like for Henson Manufacturing.
Do we have supplies? Like,
well, we just pull up in a truck. Hey, we're here to make a delivery. Whatever we have to do to bullshit our way through, and then when they go to check the cargo, we give them some cargo. Bang bang.
why does all our ideas are
Said.
just...
You literally just said, let's not kill anybody or get ourselves into a situation like that.
We could.
Let's not get ourselves killed.
Now
That's
you
what
want
I
a
said.
Trojan horse, Henson Manufacturing?
We could pose as a pickup. We could be picking up something, but we don't know their order. We don't know anything about them.
Well, we do have a truck of the same brand as the truck that they probably are having pickup deliveries anyways.
Wow,
But,
we don't know that, but...
Also, if Frank is still there, or whatever the frick his name was, yeah, Frank, then he's gonna see right through our bluff. I mean, me and Harrison had a frickin' more solid alibi and acting performance than the iceberg that sank the Titanic.
I thought that was a
And he's
traumatic experience for you.
He still saw right through us, so.
Do you guys think it would be valuable, like maybe trying to talk to some of the workers there, see if there's learn more about Jack and maybe just what's going on at Henson Manufacturing? I don't really know what we want to learn, but
Ruth, do you want to be an intern?
I
no,
think that's the lead.
and I don't
I-
want to.
I
I don't want to
think-
market myself again as well.
We should
The-
just
Well, but you're okay with someone marketing you though, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's
That-
just the
that
marketing you
captain,
struggle with, right? Okay.
Captain left a
Hey.
mental scar on my mind.
He didn't sweat on you, did he?
Oh, only a little.
what if we posed Ruth out in the street and
I don't-
had Clyde pretend to mug her? Then, when the guards come to save Ruth, Harrison and I jump out of the alleyway, and the four of us overpower the guards, get their keys, and that's how we get into the facility. Now, how we go about it from there, I'm not too sure.
Well-
No death, just a little bit of overpowering. Nothing wrong with a little bit of overpowering.
Well, I don't know about you, Norman, but I'm not in the best condition right now to be hand-to-hand fighting anyone.
Well, I'm definitely not either, but I mean, we gotta do something, right? Otherwise, we wasted a whole day.
We could follow up with the workers. Catch them at the bar, perhaps.
That's a great idea, Clyde.
That's a great idea, Clyde. Let's do that.
I mean, did we take note of the workers as they left the facility and what pub they might have ventured to?
The 12 or so men do seem to be sort of congregating together to potentially go to a public house for the evening together.
Watch some soccer.
Mhm.
Shall we go?
No,
Shall we
probably not.
join them? There's no TVs back then.
I know it's a joke.
At least I think there wasn't. I have no clue.
That'd be a high-end public house.
So I mean, do a little bar recon. That's never gone wrong for us in the past, right?
We've never done it before.
Well, you weren't there, but it happened. You were in some lizard's basement at the time, and we were all thinking about you as we were enjoying our beverages. Wait, I'm
Mhm.
thinking of different times. We got the captain in a little bar recon. That
Yeah,
worked out
you
pretty
met
nice
Lars
for us.
Torvak in a bar.
Reusing
But we were in a bar when
ideas.
you were getting. If it
All
ain't
right.
broke, don't fix it.
Let's go to the bar then.
Go to the
Okay.
bar.
Yeah, you guys make your way to the pub where you saw the members of that's cute. The members of the the workforce sort of congregate, and you see that there's sort of a group of probably I'd say half dozen, 1, 2, 3, 7. Let's say that you've got 7 or so people in here that you recognize from leaving the building.
Divide and conquer.
Are they all together? Or are they in like kind of smaller groups?
They're all together, more or less.
Harrison, go buy them around.
I was just thinking about doing that, but when you tell me to do it, it makes me less inclined to do it, honestly. No one
I
knows
just say it
Harrison
because
more
you're
than-
the most personable and uniquely qualified to have a good conversation with a group of people.
Harrison, we're gonna have to
Right.
bring our bit back because some of those guys definitely saw us inside that
shit, yeah.
factory today. So here's the plan, Harrison.
Alrighty then, and I will follow my legendary master of
Harrison,
maintaining-
Listen to me before you
Clyde,
get in
Clyde,
the
let's
bin.
go. Clyde, let's go over there. Let's let them.
Yes, master.
Harrison, we need to pretend like us not getting into that safe will cost us our jobs at our company. So today it's a woe is me kind of thing, and then maybe they'll feel bad and they'll be willing to give a little more information about the location.
And Dodge talking to Norman, I would never suggest that I would ever follow your lead. But Harrison Chevrolet, apprentice safe maintainer, will follow his master anywhere he goes. Lead the way, good sir.
All right, follow my lead.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kind of stroll to the bar and I order a drink for myself and a water for the kid.
Yeah, of course. You do so.
And then I scout. Is there like room at the like at the end of the table where all those guys are?
They're more of like a loose congregation at like part of the bar and sort of spilling over onto like a smaller table at one end of the room. Sort of gathered together in sort of a circle of camaraderie.
God, I'm actually getting social anxiety. I don't know what I'm gonna do. How am I gonna tackle this group of people and talk to them?
Continue leading the way.
Harrison, find us a good spot with those gentlemen over there. That's
Well, that was your first mistake, but all right. Alrighty, master. I see there are 2 seats reasonably close to the group of people of whom we feel the need to enjoy our non-alcoholic beverage, for myself at least, on this evening. Shall we go ahead and sit there?
Yes, that's enough. That's enough, boy.
Okay.
There. Let's just go sit. I'm gonna sit down with my beer, take a little drink of it.
New method.
Ah, Harrison, I don't know how you can keep such a chipper attitude when we're destined to lose our jobs when we get back to the shop.
Are you putting on just so I'm clear, you're putting on a performance for these guys?
No, I'm genuinely distressed at the idea of losing my safe manufacturing apprenticeship. That's all I have. As I was saying, but you don't understand, Great Norman. The only thing that keeps me happy is having another job to go to. Being out of business would destroy me.
I know. It's heartbreaking. I don't know what we're gonna do. If only there was a way we could talk to that Frank man and allow him to let us see the inside and fix his safe for warranty purposes.
I'm sure if he let us see the inside of him, and we can see the great man that lies underneath that intimidating posterior, that I would fix every safe that he has for free.
Okay, so I think this requires an art and craft acting role.
No.
One of you can make it with a bonus die, or you can each make a single roll for it.
I think we should each make a single roll.
I
What do
believe
you
that
say,
is-
Harrison?
I believe that is the right decision to be made.
What did we roll last time? Was that
We
would have been like charm or fast
Okay.
talk or persuade.
I just wanted to make sure I got the X on it, which I did.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
We did charm.
I'm just really pulling out the Hamlet on this one, so it's got.
Okay, so we need 5 or less. So here we go.
Yeah,
I
here we
believe.
go.
So what is that? 005, right?
005.
What did you get, Harrison? I'll roll first. Don't say. Okay, you said. And that's why I rolled. Well, actually, let's see. 21. I would need to use. I don't even have enough luck to push it to 5.
Well, you can push the roll.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
good
have
luck.
enough luck
No,
to push it.
But you don't know pushing the roll means you roll again, and if you fail, something bad happens.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. Sure, let's do that. Actually, oh man, do I get to roll one of the dice or both again?
Both. It's a completely
that's
new roll.
Bad idea. No, I'm not gonna do that.
It works out sometimes.
You guys just start like loudly like giving your life story to the bar, but no one pays attention to you.
Oh.
Is it a bit of a crowded bar?
It's not like super crowded, but it's probably enough that there's a din of voices all around. Aside from the 7 men that clearly work at Henson Manufacturing, there's a good number of other patrons in the bar room.
Like, if I were to go up and order a beer, would I have to like get in between, or are they sitting at the bar? Sorry.
These guys are, I would say, they found a table nearby to the group.
Okay. Never mind then.
Gentlemen, I guess desperate times call for desperate measures.
And what would that be, Harrison?
I don't want to leave my job as an apprentice safe maintainer. If only someone can give me the work our company needs to continue. I'll drink myself to death if I have to. I'll buy everybody in this bar a drink if I have to.
Harrison! I'm grabbing my shoulders. Get a hold of yourself, Harrison!
Poor people just wanted to drink after work.
All right. So now the entire bar is looking at your table. It's like the needle dropped, and now everyone is staring at you, Harrison.
Uh,
I'm sorry,
Harrison.
everyone.
We're sorry. We've been through a lot today. Poor Harrison.
All right. So
Okay.
as this is going on, the bartender is just kind of like, listen, if you're gonna come in here and get a glass of water and then cause a disturbance, you're gonna need to get the fuck out.
Sir, I have a beer, and this man's drinking away his sorrows with that water.
I'm gonna come up behind Harrison, grab him by the shoulders, and just like start to lead him to the door and like throw him out.
Okay.
Do you have a safe for me to fix, kind man?
Yeah, buddy, it's outside here.
Harrison, I'll come find you when I'm done my beer.
So Harrison, Clyde performatively drags you across the bar and like kind of gives you a shove out the door.
Is there anyone waiting for me outside, or is Ruth?
I don't know,
inside as well?
Ruth. Where are you?
No, I'm just watching from within the bar.
Nice.
Now I'm all alone out here.
I assume that was just an act. I assume Harrison's not really upset.
No,
But I don't
I'm gonna
know.
come back in and just like fucking like shaking my head, like obviously a fucking like that guy kind of thing, and I'll go and I'll sit by the bar alone.
Trying to connect with them on a personal level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of you dust your hands of dealing with Harrison, and you go and sit at the bar and
Like closer to their table, if I could.
for sure, absolutely, easy
And
enough to do.
then I'll order whiskey double.
Okay, and you get some whiskey sent over to you, and yeah,
All right.
what's everyone doing in this bar?
Well, I'm out of ideas. Ruth, it's all you.
I'm gonna go over and sit beside Clyde and say, "Well, thank you, mister. It was high time someone threw that fool out of here."
I can't believe there's man babies in the world. Just like I don't know what happened to getting down, doing your work. I've never seen anybody in my life cry. Not even my mother.
Certainly not
father.
like that.
I haven't seen a toddler cry like that. It's just not the way I was raised to put in the work, shut up, do the job.
What's going on here? Are you trying to like get their attention or something?
I'm
trying
kind
to see
of hoping
I'm
they're
trying
kind
to,
of
like,
listening. Like,
Yeah. Trying to prod, see if like maybe they're looking for hiring for someone who doesn't put up with shit and just doesn't.
Yeah, make a charm roll, I guess, with a bonus die since Ruth is kind of helping you out.
Oh, thanks for the bonus die. Extreme success. Or
Oh.
sorry, hard success. Sorry.
That's still
Hard
exciting.
success. Okay, hard success. So, as you're kind of going on this long-winded spiel about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and not being a whiny little piss baby, one of the guys from the group kind of leans over, is like, "I can drink to that," and he kind of and
Cheers.
starts drinking back his beer.
I'll finish mine. Order another one, and like, mind if I join you? It's like I feel like talking and getting that fucking act out of my head.
Yeah, by all means.
How you gents doing? My name's Clyde.
Oh, doing all right. Just got off work a little while ago. Here
Good.
to enjoy some libations.
Here. What do you fellas do?
We're in. They kind of all look at one another. Manufacturing.
It's popular around here, I suppose. Should have known that.
That it would be.
Yeah. How do you like it?
It's fine.
No,
Keeps the house warm.
fair enough.
Keeps food on the table.
I'm new to town. I'm kind of shopping around looking for work, but you wouldn't happen to be hiring or
Not at our particular station, but yeah, I'm sure there's someone around here that would be willing to take you. There's openings all over Derby. What field are you in?
I really have no specialty. I come from New York and I'm just looking for work.
Oh. Well, I'm sure fine man like yourself will have no problem finding something sooner or later.
Yep. Yep, I'm sure. Anyway,
I'm gonna peep up now and be like, this is risky, but why work when you can make a fortune in a single night?
hi.
The group of 7 guys kind of looks over at you and are kind of like all looking quizzically.
What are
I
you
know
talking about, old timer?
I know where you boys came from. I was at your facility today. Now, my day job may be to fix safes,
Oh,
but
no.
you think a guy with my skill set just looks around a safe and that's the end of the story? Now I know what kind of safe that Frank, man, a boss of yours has. Classic cast iron. Definitely a walk-in safe. Definitely a custom-built style. Delivered and fitted. That Manson Manufacturing in Derby. It's a pristine model, one of the top that we sell. I still remember the day PJO 457 walked out that door. I shed a single tear, but I know the secrets to that safe. And I know that Mr. Frank, your boss, has some pretty nice things in there. Now, the only problem is I have no way of getting to that safe. But you look like a capable bunch of boys, and Clyde, was it? You seem like an ambitious young man. I could split a portion of the pot if you could potentially help me out on this venture.
You see them kind of look at one another, and there's a really young guy in the group. He's like, does Frank keep any money in the safe? And they're kind of like, I don't think so. Mate, no, certainly not. And they're kind of all looking at one another like, hey, this is a ridiculous offer.
Why would Frank have such an absurdly large safe if he wasn't hiding something? Let me ask you this. Has any of you ever seen him open up the safe?
they kind of all look at one another, and they're just kind of like, listen, we're not going to discuss business with you. It's top secret stuff. It's not something we can get into.
Top secret stuff. Sounds like a bunch of people that want to be working 8 to 10 hours a day for the rest of their lives. What I'm offering you is a way out, a way to head to South America and experience the wild women of the South.
Anybody, you guys, anyone who's in the bar right now want to make a credit rating roll and a psychology roll?
Oh man.
Can I make one too?
Yeah, you're in the bar.
Dope. Credit rating, eh? Oh.
For credit rating, got hard success. No, and I don't do too much of that.
I succeeded on my credit rating and failed on my psychology.
I failed my psychology and fumbled my credit rating.
Credit rating's just a based on how much money you have, so
Okay.
you can't really fumble your credit rating roll. I'm using it more as a gauge to see what you know about people. So everyone failed psychology, right?
I got
Yep.
I got psychology.
Oh, you did?
I did get.
So those of you who succeeded on your credit rating notice that these guys, while they are like, sort of blue collar laborers at a manufacturing plant, they seem like they're fairly well paid just based on like some of the clothes they're wearing and accoutrement and stuff like that. And Ruth, based on your psychology roll, they seem quite guarded about whatever business they do. Just in the brief time you've been in contact with them, like they don't really want to discuss what's going on.
Okay.
So, is that it then? You're not interested in whatever Mr. Frank has to hide in his vast vault that he curiously doesn't feel like sharing with any of you, despite your hard labor every day? Don't you feel like you deserve a piece of whatever's in there?
The group of guys all kind of look at one another, and they all stand up simultaneously, and they all kind of start grabbing at you, Norman, and they are going to try and shuffle you out of the bar.
All right. Well, I won't fight them, but I'm like, now hang on there. Okay. All right.
So, all right,
You know,
listen,
where I come from.
we
we're a
enjoy
little
our work.
different.
We're not here to and they just kind of start arguing with you and kind of push you out onto the street.
I don't leave the table.
I hope you stood with them, Clyde. You have to show you're on their side.
No, I'm still at their table drinking.
Norman, you are now on the street with Harrison.
I'm gonna try to find a pack of cards.
I didn't even get to finish my beer, Harrison. Fuck.
Should have got a water.
And the men kind of come back to finish their drinks at that point.
Could I have found a pack of cards? Can I interest them in just playing?
Sure, that works for me.
All right, I'll sit in and I'll just try to get buddy with them.
Sure.
I'm gonna leave the bar and join the boys outside.
Okay. What's the game plan here, Clyde? What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to hang out. I'm just trying to get them comfortable. A couple drinks in, relax. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna bring up work or anything. Shoot the shit about, whatever, about the weather or whatever the fuck is going on in 1925.
Yep.
I
Probably
guess
not
the
much.
trade war stories, perhaps.
Sure. Yeah. No, that would probably require a deception roll on your part, but I'm not going to enforce that right now, just because yeah, you get them liquored up a little bit. You grease the wheels, you play some cards, you have a good time. Seem like nice guys.
Sweet.
You learn all 7 of their names.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which
Which I have, but I don't.
The 7 dwarves, yeah, no, happy, grumpy, yell.
Exactly. Every single one.
Yeah, and so at some point, at the towards a little later after they're good and liquored and having a good time, and Jed was like, "Hey, do you mind if I ask you guys something?
Yeah, what?
Forgive my. I guess I wouldn't know this though, would I? I wouldn't really notice that they were well dressed. That would only be Ruth, or not well
Well,
dressed, but like.
that was the credit rating. Did you succeed on that?
Yeah, you succeeded.
Oh,
on
that was credit. I thought it was psychology. Okay, yeah. You guys are dressed more. I don't know. You seem to be better off than most people in this area. Now, I don't know what they're paying you at work or what you do, but I gotta ask: Does it help you? Can you sleep at night? Is it something shady?
They all kind of look amongst each other. It's like, listen, you're a good guy. So we'll let you know a little bit. It's top secret stuff. It's a big government contract that we work on at Henson. We're very tight-lipped about it.
Oh,
Can't speak, unfortunately, about it, but we get paid well for what we do.
does that mean you're government employees technically, or are you?
Private company, but government contract.
I see.
All the money comes from the top.
And if last thing is
Hmm.
that to do with the war or anything, arms perhaps, or
Not a, not not exactly. Just government contract, and unfortunately can't really say much more about it than that, mate. Sorry.
it's all good, fellas. But like I said, I'm looking for work, and should you need an extra pair of hands, you let me know. I might be in this area for a bit.
All right. Well, we'll keep it in mind.
No, have a good night, fellas, and I'll
Cheers.
slap the guy on the back who I'm next, and I'll leave the bar.
All
And
right.
I kind of stumble a bit on my way out.
Sounds good. All right. You all reconvene outside. We'll put it at with the time that Clyde probably spent greasing the wheels. We'll put it at 7 o'clock. So you guys, they got off work 2 hours ago. 7 o'clock now.
Well, fellas, I don't think you're going to go back in that bar anytime soon, but I found out that they're working a government contract of some sort.
Government contract.
They're very tight-lipped. They wouldn't diverge anything else.
Does the government have to do with the kind of shit going down at the
The Penhue Foundation.
at the Penhue Foundation? Thank you.
Maybe the queen is the Dark Pharaoh.
It's a king right now in
Oh,
1925.
true.
A British queen.
Yeah.
As if.
Literally, the longest reigning monarch at this point in time was Queen Victoria, and she died like 20 years ago. So
Never forget.
Oh yeah, not very well educated.
apparently not. She would have been Queen of England while you were alive.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, fellas.
I was born into Queen Victoria's reign.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Amazing
what?
woman, I think.
I think we need to go get inside Henson Manufacturing tonight because I just told them that I'm gonna go steal the safe. So they're probably gonna heighten security tomorrow. So we gotta go like right now.
I mean, what other choice do we have, really? I mean, obviously there's something we need in there. I mean, do we think the risk is worth it? Do we think we've gotten everything that we need to know from there?
We're definitely going in at least a little blind. We're not really certain what we'll find. We know it's vague. We know it's related, but we don't really know details. It's highly likely we'll find something key or useful, but there's definitely no guarantees here.
I said we'd play this one slow. I told the fellas that I'd be in town or in the area for a couple days.
Nice.
But-
You're gonna play the field, build a relationship.
I'm gonna see if I can get a job.
Norm made a good point that he just told everyone he's about to rob the place.
Oh, that is a good point.
I think there's a sense of urgency that doesn't actually exist. Okay.
Hey, Jared, how's it going?
It's going great. I was gonna come and make a smart ass comment, but I was like, I feel like I need to be respectful
Yeah.
to Graydon and Evan's talking, and then all I heard was Evan trying to do it.
Yeah, I'll
And I
catch
was
you up
like,
real
I
quick.
guess respect's out the window.
So yeah, you guys staked out Henson Manufacturing, and met some of the workers at the bar, and Harrison and Norman tried to give them a sob story about how they're going to get fired at the safe manufacturing place if they don't get in that safe, and that didn't work out very well. Harrison got thrown out of the bar. Then Norman got thrown out of the bar for trying to suggest that they would all be rich if they helped them heist the safe. So Clyde went in and made friends with them and got a little bit of intel, and now you're deciding what to do next.
Okay.
It's about 7 o'clock at night.
Damn Brits don't know the value of the dollar. Just want to work with their head down all day long.
That's because we use the pound.
What
We
do you
don't use a dollar.
They don't use the loony.
No, we don't use the loony. What's a loony?
I don't think the loony existed in 1925.
The Bard. With Henson Manufacturing, it's either we go tonight, or we
Or
have to
never.
put this on the back. Yeah, either never or like after
Like
a couple.
Tonight, but a little bit underprepared, or like in the future, but like over prepared, like ready to like kill and like fight awesome security
Well,
guards.
how is everyone feeling? Are you feeling limber? Are you feeling full of energy?
I can stretch all I want, but I felt comfortable breaking into the Penhew Foundation because there's a bunch of science-loving pussies. This is like we've seen the opponents that are in there. We know what lies ahead of us. Like this
One
manufacturing
opponent.
plant is a whole different story. One opponent that could
I
single-handedly
don't want to.
wipe
I
out
don't want to
all
do
of
this
us.
again.
I'm gonna die on this hill if I have to. But you know whose hill I'm not dying on? Carl
Jax.
Jacobs.
It's Frank, you dumb
Frank.
Frank,
Damn it.
Frank Jacobs.
All right,
Frank Marshall.
Frank Marshall is the scary guy.
Remember,
See,
he's
we'd be
not
better
as
off forgetting Frank Marshall.
Well, if over half the team is,
It's time to put it to a
ill-prepared. Yeah, we should vote.
All in favor.
What would your plan be anyway? Let's get this out of the way.
My plan still stands as we make it so Roof gets mugged in the alleyway. The security guards go to help her. We overpower the security guards, get the keys, get into the main courtyard for Henson Manufacturing, work our way towards the main building that the safe is in, work our way up to the office of Mr. Frank Marshall, find the key, if it's not there, find him, because it's most likely on him, get the key by any means necessary, and get inside that safe.
What if he's not on the premises anymore?
Then we're going to have to break into that safe using our own wits.
Well,
We haven't seen him leave. We
but-
we know he's on.
but
the
we went to the
premises right now.
bar. We didn't have eyes on location.
He could have left already.
What if you guys, out one evening, follow one of the workers home? Just tie him up, put him somewhere, and then it potentially opens up a job opportunity for me to get inside and learn a little bit more.
That's a long-term plan.
Well, how much time are we want to get in and out now?
Yeah. I'm all
All
up
right,
for that.
Ruth, you're getting mugged then.
I mean, we could, but how long can we keep a poor man tied up for?
I'm just spitballing here, fellas.
I don't think we're very well prepared to break in there right now, and if now's our best opportunity, then we shouldn't take the opportunity at all. I just don't really like. Obviously, we like looking inside private areas. and learning about secret things, but I don't think the potential payoff of doing this is worth the risk, and you'll all be feeling that way when one of us dies.
Wow, the first wise thing Harrison said tonight.
You don't have to be like that, Ruth. You don't have to be like that.
You should take what you can get.
All right, let's follow one of these guys home.
Oh, you want to do it?
Open a job. Make a job opening for Clyde.
Do you think we should wait a day or two?
I think
No.
we should wait some time, at least till tomorrow.
Clyde's like, hey, I want a job. And they're like, no. And then a man disappears immediately.
Hey guys, what's up?
Well, I mean, Clyde's out there, build relationships and shit. I'm sure he could eventually get buddy with them enough that he can get on the premises without having to abduct or murder one of the current employees.
It all depends on how long we want to invest in this. Like, are we in any sort of a rush?
I mean, aren't we a bit time sensitive with our werewolf investigation?
We still got till Sunday. It's Tuesday, bro.
It's Wednesday.
My dudes.
What?
It's
It's
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
It's Wednesday now.
Oh, is it midnight?
No, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, February 4th. Because you guys went to sleep. You had the day of investing. You had the day on Monday where you went crazy. Then you investigated and rented the truck on Tuesday. Then you slept in the hotel in Derby on Tuesday. Now it's Wednesday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was still Tuesday. My
Nope.
guy.
It is Wednesday, my chap.
All right.
I think we should go with Clyde's plan of making one of these employees go on an extended vacation unplanned in a day or two. We have actually a number of leads. We still have tons of things to do. So, we can kidnap this guy like in a day or two, wait another, maybe let's say 2 days, and Clyde can like go in looking like scruffy or something, being like, I need work. This is not good.
Clyde, could you make an education roll for me?
I can.
I will work for cheap.
I succeed.
Okay. So, from talking to the gentleman at the bar that 3 of them are engineers. One of them is a mold maker, and two of them are furnace, like furnace operators, and one is like a general laborer because he's an apprentice. So, depending on who you choose, you're going to have to fake some serious credentials to get this job.
Looks like we're going for the general labor.
As a note,
Engineer
the general laborer was like the young guy who's like maybe 20, if that.
That kid. Let's get him.
That's
Put
my
the
vote.
mask on that little bitch.
You can't do that to him.
There is still isn't Richard still at the house interrogating that poor man?
Oh.
No. Richard came with you. Richard is here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that did happen, but Richard's with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that-
I rolled for the interrogation and he didn't get anything.
I see. So he killed him then? In
No,
cold
he's still
blood
alive.
then? Oh, okay, so he's just chilling. Cool.
I don't kill anyone in cold blood yet.
Except for that one guy.
What about that
No,
whole action
he-
scene?
That was an invasion of privacy.
I think it's fair to
That's an
say he was
invasion of
very
privacy.
hot-blooded when he did that.
So
I have signs on my land saying private property. If you trespass, I have all the right to chase you down on my motorcycle and take you out.
Technically,
resisting arrest.
you killed him on a public road. Technically,
It started inside. I got caught up in the moment.
I'm
Judge
sure that'll
gives
hold up in court.
sentencing for a
It will.
terrible murder a very long time after the murder happens, but the crime still happened, and therefore so does the sentence.
Matt, did you change your location?
I got a new desk. I'll show you guys later. I'm pretty stoked
Okay.
on it.
No, that's it. It looks way better. There's a lot better lighting over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I have a new webcam
what's
as well.
what's happening here, gang? What's the game plan?
I guess we're
I-
going back to the base operations, and we're gonna come back to Derby and kidnap some fool.
Okay. As we established, it's quite a number of hours to drive back to Richard's house. But you can do it tonight, but it'll be quite late. Quite late in the night when you get there.
We just
Oh, where-
Wait, we didn't find the werewolf yet, did we?
Oh, we could do
No.
that. We could start following leads to that while we're here.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's a perfect time of day. It's nighttime.
Well, we gotta.
I'm just
Yeah, I think we should just sleep at the whole hotel again. Spend tomorrow during the day kind of investigating the leads we have to kind of prepare for Sunday night, the action day, and then then maybe tomorrow night we can kidnap this young lad.
We can fit in a little kidnapping. I mean, we got a tight schedule. We're pretty busy, but I'm sure we can make time to kidnap that young
Yeah,
lady.
I think if we just push drinks
don't-
on Friday night an hour, we could probably fit the kidnapping in.
Okay,
Just
I'll pencil
Now,
it in.
fellas, we don't have to do this. This was just an idea. I just think
well,
that
we're doing it now.
we always rush in, and I think we should try to play something slow for once.
All right, let's play the slow burn. Let's do the pussy way. Let's do it like Clyde.
If half the team wasn't weak, I would have pushed for going in tonight, but I don't want to see any.
You can go in tonight.
I'm not going in alone.
Well, you got Richard, and
Oh, Clyde, you came up with a plan. Now we agreed, and now you're backpedaling out of
I'm
it.
not
That's a
back.
Harrison move.
I'm just saying that we can talk about it over the next day or so.
Clyde, just remember that if we ruin this poor young man's life, it's all on you.
We're not. He's just disappearing for a day or two. It's fine.
We're just doing a little light kidnapping. It'll be all right, as long as we don't give him to Harrison. Or sorry,
Alright,
to
we
Richard.
just-
While I'm with the group, I'm gonna try to maintain a bit of a distance and look like dirty and scruffier, so like not identifiable in case some of my new friends see me hanging around with Harrison and Norman.
Gotcha.
He's with the
Okay.
safe company.
We're gonna name our own safe. We're gonna create our own safe company. That's our retirement plan now.
You guys are giving fucking poor Ferris and Sons or whatever the goddamn safe company was a bad name. You're
Yeah.
just smirching the name of this innocent company throughout the Highlands.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely get sued. For,
So tomorrow, I say we investigate some of the murder scenes of this monster, or inquire about this monster,
Here.
and then return here later.
Okay. So are you guys going to sleep for now?
Hell yeah, early bedtime.
Ernest Whitfield and Co.
yeah, let's do it.
Birmingham. Okay. Bedtime.
I'm reading my book until like midnight.
Okay.
Not to be the kid that reminds the teacher that they haven't given out homework yet, but aren't we in a haunted hotel right now?
We are. We made a point of you seeing the bosomy young ghost while you were asleep the other time.
Wait, was it
what's
me or
that
was it Clyde? I feel like it was.
No,
Clyde
it
or
was
Norman.
me that saw the ghost.
Oh,
I
that's
thought.
right. Yeah. But
So
do
you
you
saw-
believe Norman that he saw a ghost?
I don't.
I didn't write it down, so maybe it never happened. I don't know.
I don't know what
Maybe
goes
it's
through
a dream.
Norman's head.
Maybe it's just a freaking dream.
Crazy.
That was really just for flavor. I just liked the fact that they put that in the book. So I was like, hey, you see a ghost. Congratulations.
Hey, you're God. If you want to write in a scary ghost encounter that sucks all of Norman's health away and causes him
I-
to be an inch away
Why
from
do you
death,
want
that's
this to
fine with
happen? Why do you?
me. I
I could-
it just helps my immersion.
We're starting to have a good relationship
Yeah.
forming here. You know what?
Oh,
You want
that's
to throw
true.
that all
Right.
away from a
No, I
ghost
don't.
encounter?
I could theoretically make a spooky ghost encounter, but we're kind of dragging our feet as it is. So I'd rather stick to the book.
Okay,
Alright.
here's the ghost inclusion in our campaign. Ah! Okay, move on.
All right.
The ghost stole your power ring.
Next day.
No, that's serious
All right.
consequences.
Thursday, February 5th, 1925. You awaken well rested. Clyde, when did you lose your hit points? It was it would have been Saturday, I think.
It was when we got attacked by the cops. Whenever day
That was Sunday. That was the last Sunday. So you've got a few more days before you can make your Constitution check to see if you get rid of your major wound.
I actually never got a major wound. I just got
Oh.
beat a bunch.
Oh, perfect. So you get a hit point back today.
Hey.
Norman, you do not because you have a major wound from your car accident.
Shit. How do I get rid of that? Do I gotta go to the hospital?
We have to wait until Monday, and then you can you make a Constitution check to see if you remove the major wound, and if you do, you can start regaining hit points.
Well, it's too
Can
bad you
someone
have a penalty
heal
die.
me in the meantime?
Of course, it had to be on a Monday.
He doesn't get penalty dice on a Constitution check.
Can I
because
get,
that's not a skill check.
Can I go to the hospital or something?
Yeah, you could spend a lot of time in the hospital, and that would heal you.
All right. Well, Norm is not about the hospital life. Looks like we're just rolling with 4 hit points, boys.
Yeah, you're rolling a Constitution check and then immediately rolling what major event it is that's gonna give you another grievous wound for the next
Pretty much.
rinse and repeat.
Seeing how much longer you can hold on to your sanity. But it is now Thursday morning. The day is yours.
Okay, well, let's make a plan for how we're gonna investigate Spooky Wolfman. We're really shifting gears here.
Do I still have that article? Or do we still have that article about the...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the handouts.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's right at the top when we first got to England, because you got it from the scoop when you met Mickey Mahoney.
Mm.
All right, looks like we got to interview Harold Short because he was attacked by the creature but survived, which makes the most sense because maybe he can tell us where he got attacked.
Yes, I will also I should make another section in the chat for maps specifically, so I'm not putting maps in the handout section, but I'll do that maybe some other time. But I will also give you a map of the area, because the attacks are not happening in Derby. They're happening in a small town to the west of Derby, I believe, or no, to the north of Derby.
Okay, so preliminary thoughts. I'm thinking interview Harold Short, go to the police claiming to have seen the beast and try and get some information from them to fill out what we know. Maybe go to some of the outskirt properties in Lesser Edale, because if I were a werewolf attacking people, I wouldn't be going to the heart of the town to do it. Let's get to the bottom of this.
I had to find out where I had a note. My notes are like a maze. There's no organization. Oh, is it gonna?
Wow.
It's like a fucking mind map trying to figure out where the hell I put the next thing. I should type them online, but then all you hear is my clicky keyboard, and it's fucking the worst thing ever. I need to get a new keyboard. It's my priority.
Spacebar.
Yeah, the spacebar is bad.
Okay.
I agree with Harrison. Let's go interview that dude.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so
Suggested it first. I can't take credit for it.
How old is this news article by now?
a few months at least.
Okay.
Would have been in the latter half of 1924, I would say. Old enough that Jackson Elias was still alive, because when he was in England, he flagged it as being interesting. So yeah, I think he was in England sometime around late November, early December, if I remember the notes from the book correctly. Okay, so since you have rented a van, you can drive north from Derby. I would say it's maybe like a 40-minute or more drive to Adale, just based on the maps that I've got. I don't think Adale, Lesser Adale, is a real place. I tried Googling it. I'm pretty sure it's not, or maybe it is a real place. I'm not sure. No, it's a fake village created for the campaign. Just wanted to double check. But you get there kind of early morning. The sun is sort of rising over some hills. It is a very picturesque and beautiful landscape surrounded here. Lots of rolling hills and lush trees and sort of the windswept grassy dunes of the English countryside, and sort of tucked into this very cozy sort of valley down the way from a train station and Adale, which is the larger village where this is Lesser Adale,
Okay.
a couple minutes drive away, is a small village with maybe just a sort of spattering of a few dozen houses and an inn, and also sort of imposed on the on the landscape of the village is what appears to be a somewhat refurbished medieval castle.
That's definitely where it is.
So we're sort of overlooking the village.
Resident Evil 4 vibes.
Yeah.
But as you drive into the village, there's also old church, as well as a tavern and inn. You can see the sign swinging out in front of the inn. It's called the Laughing Horse Inn, and the picture is that of a horse's head with fire coming out of the mouth and the nostril and the eyes.
It's a really funny joke.
I'm glad you appreciate it, Harrison.
So, what would you all like to do?
Do we want to kind of check out the village, or do we want to go right into the inn and start asking about Harold Short? It's pretty early in the morning, too.
I mean, I think we just go right to the frickin' castle.
Why the castle? Why do you want to go to the castle?
Because Peter, when you're playing a game, you go for the hardest fucking map first, and then the rest of the game's super easy.
Yeah, you just go fight Ganon right away, as the developers intended.
It's possible. Well, the werewolf's gonna be at the frickin' castle.
We're not looking
What's
for
a
the
wheel
werewolf right now. We're looking to get we're doing this is like preliminary stuff.
Yeah, we're looking for evidence to figure out where the werewolf is.
As a note, it looks like there's not a ton of motor vehicles here in the village, and you just pulled your big truck into like the center of town.
Nice. Okay. So now we're all.
So we're laying down our authority immediately. We are superior to everyone.
Right, let's go into the hotel.
Vehicle.
Let's go into the hotel.
Okay.
How much would it cost to purchase the castle?
I thought you were saying the village.
Well, if I purchase the castle, I feel like I inherit the village, right?
Richardville.
Keeper of the arcane secrets.
Yes.
What can you please explain to me what a wheelwright is?
A wheelwright?
Yeah, because that's what Harold Short is, and that'll give us a clue as to where to find him. Excuse me.
You want to spell that for me?
WHEEL WRIGHT. Gonna double check that.
A wheelwright is a craftsman who builds or repairs wooden wheels.
I mean, this town doesn't have a lot of motor vehicles, so how many wheels can there be?
Well, I mean, there's also
Wooden wheels.
forms.
You can use like carriages just because it.
Yeah. There's a great moment the wheel was invented with cars and stuff.
A combustion engine at the exact same time as the
It's
wheel.
like the
was
scene in Futurama where Fry has to teach him about the wheel, but he makes it an oval instead of a square.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I say let's find the local water mill because I know that they use big wooden wheels. And if he's working on wheels, let's go to the big one.
Can we go to the
big
inn
wheel.
You got any
first?
better ideas, Ruth? Are you just gonna sit there and judge?
So just to be clear, you're gonna go wandering around just the countryside looking for a water wheel. That's your plan right now.
How many establishments that use a giant wooden wheel, such as a water wheel, do you think there are in this town?
That's my
Do you think
point.
there's a bunch around each
There's
location?
not even a fucking river here, Matt.
You don't know that. How do you know
Yes,
that?
I gave you a map. There's not a river here.
Matt, you sound whenever like when you talk normally, you sound okay, but as soon as you start yelling, you sound like someone shoved you in the middle of a coal mine and they left you there to yell out of it.
I don't know. The mic also adds to the effect, though.
Everyone knows New York as the Big Apple, but everyone knows Lesser Dale as the Big Wheel.
God damn it.
All right, well,
Okay,
Harrison,
so
you have fun. We'll see you later. Let's go.
Sorry, well,
into the-
before we go, just want to establish, we've decided that we want to interview Harold Short as soon as possible, considering he's probably one of the only living people that have had a close encounter to this beast that we're investigating. Tell me that's true.
That's
yeah,
true, yes.
That's correct.
So you're mocking me for trying to identify the way in which we can find this one man in this small town. You guys want to go to the fucking inn and just sit there with your legs crossed waiting for him to walk in or limp in probably? I'm trying to be proactive, okay? And I don't need you judging me.
Harrison, there's no river. There's no water wheel if there's no river.
Can you think
You
of
know
any
the
other
purpose-
device that would use a wooden wheel, Matt?
A windmill, but it's more like a gear. I guess it's not really a wheel, but I mean,
You're
it's
thinking
wheel
too
shaped.
big there, bud.
Sorry, I'm just trying to use my brain.
mean-
but I
I mean,
I'll just
Harrison.
Go, a book. I write
Harrison,
a book. I'm stupid.
If there are, train tracks,
What?
I think, that go by here. Are there not?
Carts.
There's train tracks that go to the main village of Adale, but you had to come here by road. There's not a train station here in Adale.
Well, they can frickin' export wheels for all we
They
know.
roll them.
They
Unfortunately, the train station is downhill, so
Y'all ever seen a train with wooden wheels?
It's a whole supply chain.
Oh, jeez. It's some of that really firm wood that doesn't burn because the guy who makes it is just so good at what he does.
Oh, looks like our next shipment from Lesser Adale's coming down the hill right now.
It's just a fucking horde of wheels.
Johnny, get out there! You're gonna miss it.
you know that place where they chase the cheese rolling down the hill?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
That's good.
You guys should watch that show on Netflix. We Are the Champions. That's the first episode, and it's lunacy. It's
the cheese.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the extreme one where it's like the super steep hill and you literally have people fucking like flopping down?
Yeah.
I remember those videos. That's crazy.
all right. Let's.
That's my
comport
next.
ourselves.
Jack,
Let's-
I want you to know that my next character I make, if Richard dies, is going to be a cheese wheel chaser.
Okay. Well,
professional, like.
it's gonna be weird if Richard doesn't die until like you're in Kenya, and then you have to find out why the guy who chases cheese down a wheel is in Africa.
It's the Nationals.
We're doing like Mount Kilimanjaro this year, baby.
My character's there for one session and that one session only.
You chase down the wheel of cheese on Mount Kilimanjaro, die instantly. Best character ever.
Died doing what he loved.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
let's go into
Okay.
the inn.
What if we split up?
Alright.
Harrison, I'll go with you. We can look for wooden wheels.
Thanks, Clyde. Thanks for believing in me.
I'm going to the house, the inn.
Okay. Who else is going to the inn?
Sure, I'll go.
All right. I
I'm
assume
still
you
in.
parked in front of the inn because it's kind of the center of town.
Sure.
Before we
Okay.
go in, do we want to stay the night, or we gonna get a room? What do we? just want to be on the same page.
How
Yeah,
far?
but stay the night. We're gonna spend the rest of the time here, are we not?
We do have a few days here. I mean, we are going to make a quick detour back
Well-
to do a mild, casual kidnapping.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think we'll be spending a lot of time around here.
I just want to make sure there's no attachment to the haunted hotel.
There, I have a severe attachment. I wanted to try to So, Jack, I can't purchase the castle because obviously it's too expensive. But what about the hotel?
You don't know anything about the castle. You literally drove into town. Oh, there's a castle up there.
All right, my prime directive is to figure out how much it costs.
Gotcha.
Correction, Jack. Ooh, there's a castle there. I want to buy it.
If I buy it, we can investigate it all we
Literally,
want.
the first fucking thing you did was roll into town. Oh, sick! I'm gonna buy that haunted werewolf castle.
It'll be a great attraction during Halloween.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it.
So those of you who still have brain cells left, enter into the Laughing Horse Inn. Again, it is early in the morning, but there is a man behind the bar who kind of greets you warmly as you walk in.
Now,
Hello there. What can I do for you?
good sir, we're here for one of two things. I know one of them you got here, and the other is most likely not here. But I'm gonna ask you both questions anyway. The first question, me and my friends. We would like rooms. Now there's about 5 of us. So we'll probably need a few rooms. Maybe 3. Maybe
All right.
2.
We can do that. We've got 5 rooms for rent right now. We got 4 double rooms and 1 single room.
Oh, perfect. So we'll take the whole lot. How much does that cost?
So it's 2 shillings and 6 pence per night. So I don't remember how the I have to pull up a thing to figure out how much money that actually is.
What those words actually mean.
Yeah. How many shillings and pence go into one another?
I'm trying to get I had a currency conversion app. I'm trying to get it up. Or try to find it first.
It sounds
I
like
need-
a dumb math test.
I need
question.
to put it into I need to times that by 5 as well to figure out how many pounds that is. Shit. 2 shillings.
I just imagine we're trying to work this out.
Half a
us and the
crown.
innkeeper.
What is a crown? Oh my god. Britain, why does your currency not make any goddamn sense? Times 5.
One guinea is equal to 1 pound.
What is a guinea?
Matt, help.
He left us in our time of need.
Matt, this is not when you leave. This is when you contribute to.
Maybe he went to go get some guineas and crowns.
You gonna show us the difference?
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
I gotcha. So, pence.
So how much is it? So how many pences do we have? Is it?
6 pence. Two
6
shillings, 6
So
pence.
it's half it's 2.5 shillings essentially. So 2.5 shillings. So it'd be half a crown. So it'd be 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds
Yes.
per room or for all 5 rooms?
That was just for the thing you gave me, 6 shillings, whatever that is.
Okay, so 2.5 times 5.
So you're looking at
Lovely.
yeah, there we go, easy. All right.
So you're looking
Easy.
at 10 pounds for the night.
All right. That's my spending level. If we
No,
convert
we got
pounds
the
to
Jesse Hughes Foundation. This is exploration.
yeah. I'll just need a couple receipts for that.
Yep. The manager, the guy behind the bar, writes up a receipt for you. I'll make a note of that.
Perfect.
10 pounds
Ruth,
per
can I
night.
trust you with these receipts?
Yeah, of course.
There you go. All right, good sir. My follow-up question. We're going to be spending the night here, as you can already see.
Mhm.
We're in pursuit of a man you see we're from the big city down in London. And we've been hearing some of the weird reports of assaults going on. And we're curious as to the survivor of Mr. Short, I believe is.
You're looking for Harold? What do you need Harold for?
Well, we're just curious about the attack that he suffered the other night. We want to look into it a bit more. It's a
there's the-
shame that your
there's
quaint
a-
little town is having such horrible things happen
This
to
is
it.
a few months ago. Yeah, I mean it was right awful losing two members of the local population. Obviously, everyone knows each other in such a small village, but not to worry. Constable Tumwell actually shot the beast not long ago.
Did he now?
He did. Yes, he killed a rabid dog, which puts us all at ease that no more attacks will happen.
You can't honestly think that it was just a rabid dog that would do those horrible things.
Look, I'm not sure I really want to have this conversation. If you're looking for Harold, he's left town. He's been spending time with his brother in where is the Skegness in Lincolnshire on the east coast.
Jesus.
Lincolnshire.
He hasn't been around since the attack.
All right,
He-
well, where's
he
the
boarded up his
constable's
house.
office then?
Oh, the Constable Tamwell lives down the road just a bit. You would have had to pass his place coming into town.
Well, I'll go investigate a little bit more about there. There haven't been any more attacks, I'm assuming, since the rabid dog was shot.
There have not been, no.
Interesting. Well, I thank you for your time and thank you for the. And we'll be seeing you.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, my name is Bill Tatlock. I'm the owner of this establishment, so just let me know if you need anything.
Sounds good. All right, to the constable's office.
Okay. Clyde and Harrison, are you still looking for the house?
Yeah, Harrison, where are we going?
Well, I mean,
You're
we
looking
are
for a man that's not into town.
Yeah, we are looking for a big wooden wheel.
Also not.
But
in
we
town.
don't. But we don't know. I've taken us off on an adventure that we will have no. I got nothing, Clyde. I'm sorry. I thought I'd spot a nice big wooden wheel that would lead us to our guide, but gosh, it feels like we've been walking for hours and not a single wheel that is wooden and big. Or, I mean, small. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore.
It's all right, Harrison. I mean, we could just start knocking on doors if you want.
What do you think, Chief? We knock on a random door, try our luck?
Sure, pick one.
Well, I wasn't talking to you when I said Chief, but that's what we're doing. Tuk, 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 tuk.
Who else would you be talking to?
I'm
The
gonna
big
jack,
sheep
I'm
in the
sorry.
sky.
The big cheese wheel in the sky.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay.
I want to take this time to introduce Richard.
Yeah,
Hi,
you got
Richard.
bone in your lap.
It's kind of a power move holding a spine like that. Makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He can't do anything
There's a lot
without
of
my.
important nerves in there, Jared. Be careful.
So when did you dig up?
If I could just turn him a little bit this way and a little bit that way, you know, like a nice spinal twist.
Ugh.
All right. So you open up you knock on a door kind of nearby to the the Laughing Horse Inn, and a very haunted-looking man opens up the door with kind of sunken eyes and looks very just a very sad-looking man. It's like, oh, can I help you?
He's the werewolf.
My friend,
This is
my
a
name
murder
is
mystery
Harrison
party.
Bond. You might have heard of me. I'm quite a renowned author here in the country of England, and I'm currently writing a book documenting supernatural experiences that have happened around our great nation here, United Kingdom. And you know, this town here, Lesser Elder Goss, is quite a hustle and bustle for rumors of a werewolf. And I was just interested to know if there were any local populace that had anything to add to my investigation.
What are you investigating exactly?
I just, you know, some say it's just a rabid dog. Others describe a crazy wild beast that howls at the full moon. I think that the pieces are adding together quite interestingly, and I'd like to investigate them a little bit more.
He kind of grabs you by the shirt for a second with his like very wiry, sullen hand and kind of pats you on the chest a little bit. You might be just the man I'm looking for. My name is John Parkins, and my daughter Lydia was killed by that beast. And I don't believe the police story one fucking bit.
Well,
You
John, let
tell
me-
them, you tell those Tories back down in London that we need a better Labour Party that represents the union of our folks of this fine country of England, and that we won't rest until the damned have been stopped. This man is very clearly unhinged at the loss of his daughter. You don't need a psychology roll to determine that.
My friend, first let me express my greatest condolences for the death of your daughter. Allow me to introduce you to my friend Clyde. Clyde is a certified werewolf hunter. He has
Whoa, how to lose all
silver
respect.
weapons. He has silver weapons that have been sheathed, though unfortunately he can't bring them out in the daylight, for the sunlight will rust them and they will lose their werewolf killing ability. Clyde, please say hello to our friend here.
Yeah. How you doing? It runs in the family.
Harold?
If you mean werewolf killing, then yes, I would agree with you there. We will be the ones that will bring this foul beast to justice, but only with your help. I want to say Thomas. Is Thomas, right?
John.
John. Oh, sorry. I know your last name's Parker because that's the same last name as your date.
Harkins.
Anyways.
Harkins.
Sorry, mate. Sometimes I get so excited about the search for answers that I lose my tact a little bit, and
You also lose your accent.
sometimes I gain a different accent, and I just really lose myself. And I feel like you understand what that's like. Shall we have a cup of tea?
We're gonna need you to tell us.
Are you inviting yourself into this man's house for a cup of
Well,
tea?
he's not inviting me in. Clearly, he wants my help, but he's like,
Oh, you've
"You
been
wanna
talking
stand in
for
the
a
doorway?"
minute straight.
Do you understand? This is Clyde Van Helsing. You have to let him into the
I
house.
have to be invited in though.
Local authority.
Only
Alright,
at the end of the movie, great, or beginning of movie, you can come in on your own.
He lets you both into the house and puts a pot on, and as he sort of serves you your tea, after a few minutes, like, so what would you like to know? How can I help you in your investigation?
You can tell us everything. Where was your daughter? Who she was hanging out with? What night it was? Why she was out so late? Everything, any detail you could think of.
He kind of gives you the story. She wasn't out late necessarily. He lives really close to the Laughing Horse Tavern, and he found her body on the way like back from the tavern. So it was like very close to his house. He also sort of says, points through a window in his house up to the castle. You need to talk to that bastard Lawrence Vane, the Lord's son. He must have something to do with it. A neighbor of mine saw him running away from my house not long after my daughter died. He would have been the first one on the scene.
What makes you believe that it was this young man, Lord Vane, that did it?
My neighbor, Tom Cordy, saw him running away from the scene, said he looked quite upset during the night when he was leaving.
Are there any other if we operate under the assumption that the killer of your daughter was perhaps not even a man, but just perhaps not even a beast, but just a savage man, is there anyone that you could think of that lives in the area that would commit such a crime?
He doesn't really have anything to add to that point, but he seems distrusting of any authority and seems to point the fingers at a police cover-up and something to do with the lord of the area.
What was this guy's last name, sir?
Who?
John
Parkins. Parkins. Sorry.
Well, my friend John, thank you for your time. We'll be in touch.
John.
Your daughter will have justice after Clyde says what he's going to say.
Just one last thing before we go, and I know this is going to be difficult for you, but what types of injuries did your daughter sustain?
Oh, he definitely doesn't want to answer that question. Yeah, he kind of looks very sullen about that and kind of shushes you out of the house quite quickly after that.
This could be important, John.
No, make a persuade roll, extreme difficulty.
Got an even 50, so that's a success, but it's not an extreme.
Not an extreme success. He punches you.
Oh.
Nice.
I try to dodge.
Excellent. You don't have the best reputation with dodging or evading or fighting back.
I need to do something.
You can try and dodge.
Half dex, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Failed.
So you take 2 points of damage as you're really pressuring John about something he does not want to talk about that is very clearly weighing heavy on you. He clocks you across the face and slams the door behind him.
Ah,
Clyde.
I hate people.
Yeah, that's okay. Why don't we go kill some werewolves and
His daughter
you'll
is
feel
probably a
better.
whore.
Okay.
Whoa! Yee.
Clyde, just to check, you still want to bring her killer to justice, though, right?
That's
I want to do something to his killer.
Okay, all right, Clyde. Okay, buddy. Come on, walk it off. You know your jaw's tougher than that. You've sustained worse injuries than I.
It took me 2 days to recover a little bit from the police beating. I'm back to
a little bit more than that. I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, that baton beating was pretty brutal.
But if you find Richard, that is technically an instance of damage, so he could make another first aid and medicine check on you potentially.
I don't know. They haven't really treated me very well as the doctor of the group. So the only one that's treated me well is Norm, and I will repay Norm by treating him well.
Two are the weirdos of the group.
Right?
Hey, speaking of the weirdos of the group, following Bill's instructions, you make it to the edge of town, past sort of down the road that you came in on, and there's a fairly isolated house with a British constabulary. I think the word is pronounced constabulary sign out front. That's a weird. That's one of those words that's tough for me to say for whatever reason.
I have many of those.
Yeah.
A lot of words.
The and are
Like good examples.
And It appears to be Constable Tamwell's house. Tumwell, pardon me.
Do you want to hear how Google says it?
Sure. Give it to me.
One second. I gotta actually have my volume up.
Constabulary.
Constabulary.
Yeah,
There you
so you're right.
All right. Knock on the door.
Wiener.
A few moments later, a very somewhat rotund man dressed in a police uniform with a bobby hat answers the door. A very hefty fellow for sure. Kind of oafish, but he opens up. He's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Hi there, me and my friends. We're investigating some articles that were published in the Scoop several months ago regarding some attacks that happened here. Are you familiar with this?
I am. I'm the local constable for Lesseradale. I was called to investigate during the horrible attacks.
Would you mind if we came in and asked you some questions?
Is it regarding the attacks?
It is that, among a couple other things.
I would really rather not. Actually, I would. Yeah, we closed the case, and I'd really rather not elaborate on anything if possible.
Do you mind if I look at the medical records?
I do not have the medical records. That would belong to someone other than me.
Do you know where I could get the medical records?
Off the top of my head, I do not.
Oh.
Could you look into it for us?
Hi, Courtney.
Thank you.
Look, I tracked down the beast and I shot it in the hills. I'd say we're all good now. We're all squared up. Sorry to be a bit of to cut this conversation short, but the dog's gone off to die in the hills. Been no trouble since I shot it. Thank God for that.
Well, that's too bad we can't get any word from an official source. We'll have to look into things ourselves.
You want to make a persuade or an intimidate roll?
Oh, can I intimidate?
Of course, Jared. I'll persuade.
Persuade. Okay.
I succeeded barely, but I got the success.
Okay. So, you find out from Constable Tumwell that George Osgood and Lydia Perkins were the ones who died. The bodies were found on consecutive days, and then the attack on Harold Short happened another consecutive day later. All of the incidents took place near their homes. The bodies were ripped apart and savaged, very grisly, and not for the squeamish or faint of heart. The police examiner confirmed the bites and claw marks were evidence of wild animal attacks, such as a large dog. Harold Short was knocked unconscious and suffered deep lacerations to the abdomen. He survived and went to his brother's house in Skegness to recuperate. And the incidents happened 3 months ago during the nights of the full moon. It'd be a little bit longer than 3 months ago at this point, or right around 3 months.
So there's already been 2 full moons since. Oh my god, I've solved the mystery. It's Short. Short attacked someone or got into a battle with a bear, and then he left, and now it's stopped? No way.
Maybe it was the constable. He killed this thing?
It could just have been whoever's the werewolf was like, oh wow, I made quite a mess here. Now people are looking into it. Maybe I'll be smarter with my werewolf activities.
You can't be smart with the werewolf.
Well, maybe you'll
activity.
fucking lock yourself in a
the
cab with a pig or
underground.
something. I don't know. There's got to be solutions.
I love the underground hush hush werewolf activities that happen.
Yeah,
and,
like, it's a cool community, man. I love being.
It's the
Werewolves
same.
of London.
The same
Werewolves
people
of
who make the
London.
wheels are the werewolves.
They hide the
So-
big wheels down there, man.
Constable Canwell, I thought I heard you mention that the dog went to go die in the hills. Are you telling me you didn't actually see the beast die?
He kind of is taken aback at this for a second. He's like, I shot the big blyther, and I tell you, it is as good as dead.
I'd like to roll a psychology check on him to see
Yeah.
if he's
Roll,
like lying or.
Yep.
Okay.
Roll a psychology check.
All right, that is a hard success.
Hard success. You can tell that Tumwell really does not want to talk about it, and he seems a little bit embarrassed about the whole situation, and that he's not super confident that things are necessarily all right in the world, even though he doesn't seem to have lied about anything, though.
Okay, so he does honestly believe what he said, but he's also not sure that it actually, like the animal's actually dead. That part he's not sure about.
Yeah. Okay, he's-
Constable, you've been great. We apologize for intruding. I just had one last question for you. Where
course.
did you last see the beast go? What woods? On this map, could you show me?
The Keeper of Arcane Secrets probably can't even tell you that. It would have been outside of town, probably. So
there's
somewhere.
no specific forest that it went into.
No, he can't really answer that. I can't answer that. He just-
Useless, Constable.
You say all these nice things about him, and it's like useless. You're trash.
Constable, how did you find the beast before you slaughtered it?
Well, I was after the attacks. A small force of other police officers came up from the city to help track it down, and I was just lucky. During one of my searches, I saw it and was able to shoot it.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that's it, Constable.
I think we've troubled you long enough. Richard, any closing thoughts? I think I see gears turning.
No, you've been a lot of help there, Constable.
What?
A lot of help.
Thank you. Well, I gotta get on my rounds about the village. So if you need anything else from me, I'll be out and about.
Thank you,
He
Constable.
kind of
Excellent.
it's kind of awkward because he has to leave through his front door to like go and do his rounds as a policeman. So he closes the door behind him, but he's still on the porch with you guys. So as you leave his house, you're kind of walking with him, but you're not saying anything. It's like one of those awkward moments where you say goodbye, but you're still walking with the person. I hate it when that happens.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So,
All right.
and what's next? What's next on the list, folks?
Well, as we're walking away, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna kind of turn to Ruth and Norm and be like, he definitely was telling the truth about shooting this animal, but he was definitely not sure if he killed it, even though he verbally said he was.
He has no idea if that's the werewolf. He just saw some bigger looking dog and shot it and said the problem was solved. That's what happened.
You can't reject the fact. Ever since the dog was shot, that the murders have stopped completely.
Well,
Yeah,
I
but
know anything about werewolves. They show up during full moon. There's been 2 full moons since the murders took place.
if we look back at the article, it said back then that after the beasts had been killed, that the good folk of the town still hear bizarre wailings on nights of the full moon. So even though there's still something going on.
It could be very possible that those were complete accidents,
The deaths?
it could be possible that they were targeted. So if they could have used the killing of this animal as a way to get out because they already took out the targets they were wanting. One thing we could look into is there a connection between the people that were killed?
That's not a bad idea.
I think you're making conspiracy out of nothing. This is some small village. There's not a nefarious plan. I guess there's a castle in hell, but
Well, let's look at it this way. What was the reason of the lizard lady in the house? That was a small house. There's no reason that we should have looked into that.
That's cult. That's cult activity and stuff, though.
This could be cult activity.
It could be cult activity, but I don't.
Does that castle up there not look like a cult activity castle?
I just don't
As
think.
a note,
As a note,
you have no evidence linking Howard and fucking lizard lady to any of your other investigations.
Yeah, that's true.
There
We just know
there
that
was
they-
evidence there. We just didn't find it. That's my mental. That's what I'm assuming.
So I still suggest we look for a link between these victims because they might be related. How else? Maybe they were runaways from the cult. Maybe they were, because we're better to hide than in a secluded little
So
town.
you think the cult brought wild animals to kill these people, and then just it's why wouldn't
Well,
the cult
let me
just
put it
kill them
this
like
way.
they kill other people?
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing that I have seen since I joined your little band of people.
Let's see what the town and let's do our investigation. But I'm skeptical of that theory.
I suggest we go and try to see if the people remaining that know those people knew if there was a link between them.
Okay, I can agree to that. Norm, any
it.
thoughts?
I have
Alright.
none.
We'll say the five of you reconvene in the center of town.
Did you guys
Hey,
find
so there's
anything?
some dick with a dead daughter. Yeah. Well, the second murder or the murder victim.
Could you be talking
Well-
about Lydia Perkins, one of the victims?
Yeah, that's the one, Lydia. Found dead in the ditch on the way back from the bar inn thing. She lived with the father right up there, and
Hey, guy.
according to him, Lord Lawrence Vane was seen running from the scene, who lives in that castle.
Fucking, that's not a Dracula name, and none of them are.
Richard, I know you've been thinking a lot about buying that castle up there recently. Should we head up there and make him an offer, you think?
Am I with you guys? I thought I was with Ruth and.
we
You
all-
guys
just met up.
just
Oh,
you
sorry.
reconvened
Sorry,
off
I
on
must
them.
have missed that one.
Guess
Well, I would like to. It'd be quite the spot. I mean, it's definitely an upgrade from what I have. And imagine I could have a lightning post at the top of the castle that connects, and I could do my experiments. It'd be amazing.
Oh, hey, Richard, that
so
reminds me.
Richard-
While you're here, can you look at this?
Oh, what happened? What happened to you there, Clyde?
Well, I asked the guy about his dead daughter, and he punched me in the face.
Yeah, people don't like that.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know why.
Clyde,
Not a very
I
good
know I may be speaking outside of my field as a neuropsychologist, but I suggest not directly asking people about their deceased relatives. It tends to set them off.
That was important information to know.
Here, come over here. I'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
Alright.
make a first aid check.
That was a regular success.
You get 1 hit point back, Clyde.
Ugh, thanks, Richard.
You're welcome, Clyde.
Why don't we go investigate the other victim, the third and final victim, and see if there's a connection to this man in the castle? Then we know to go to that castle prepared for a fight.
Should we go back to the end to find out where George Osgood's farm would be, or farm? Because I don't know how else we're gonna find this farm.
Well, looking at the map, it seems like there's only one farm nearby. Just outside the east side of town, or the west side of town.
I get my best wheels made there.
I'm happy for you, Richard.
I get mine from the East Coast from Harold.
There you go.
I don't know. What does everyone want to do?
I would rather
Well-
go check out this farm than the castle.
Yeah,
I think
check
we
on the
definitely
castle.
need more information before we go after this castle.
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
for a man who's done and dealt with things that I have, that castle does not look very welcoming.
Maybe they have a safe.
God, who knows?
Are we gonna Fast and Furious this?
Yeah, that's what we should have done in Henson.
However, if we do find a werewolf and it does have a menacing intent, I would love to capture it and study it.
No. We're gonna kill the werewolf if we come across the werewolf.
But imagine the experiments, the knowledge we would
Like,
gain from it.
That's a great way to die, Richard. A great
No,
way
it
to
is.
die.
It is a great way to prolong existence. A werewolf has to live forever,
You
for a
know
long
how
time.
Harrison feels about Frank? That's how I feel about werewolves.
What do you feel about this gun?
I don't want to even look at it.
All right, so are you going to Osgood Farm?
Yeah.
Okay. So after asking around a little bit, you're sort of shown, sort of told how to find Osgood Farm. It's about a half mile west, past down the road that you came in on, so past Constable Tumwell's house. So you can drive there quite easily, which you do. And yeah, it's just a very regular looking farm. Nothing really, nothing spectacular.
Well, I'm gonna get out and start wandering around the farm, going to like the barn and the main house.
I'm just gonna go to the main house because in case someone's there and I don't feel like getting shot because I think that we're some animal.
I'm gonna go with Richard and talk to somebody.
All right, you guys are going up to the main house.
I'm gonna go
Right.
knock on the door.
A few moments later, a woman comes and opens the door with two young children at her skirt. Two young girls. Can I help you?
Hello, young lady. We were curious if we could ask you a few questions. However, maybe not necessarily around these young, brilliant minds.
Okay.
Ruth's like, these are stupid peasant children.
Let's not get too excited.
Yes, she shows you two into her kitchen, into the house. What would you like to know?
We're asking about George, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know it's probably the last thing you would want to talk about, but we're here trying to investigate the killings that had happened, and we were hoping you could fill in some blanks that we have about the situation.
Yeah, she kind of gives you her story. As she begins to tell, tears begin to well up in her eyes, and she explains how one night her husband George heard a noise in the barn and grabbed his shotgun and went to investigate. And not long after, he heard him fire the gun and scream. And peering out of the door, she saw a hunched, hairy shape race out into the darkness. She said, "It was as tall as a man, and it ran howling into the woods. By the Lord's divine grace, I swear it were a demon." As she,
I'd like to console her a little bit.
yeah, sure thing, yeah. That's all she's able to say without kind of breaking down. And she apologizes and isn't really able to give you any more.
Oh, Richard gets an apology, but I get a knuckle sandwich.
Well, you pressed a guy about his dead daughter.
I have one last question.
Hmm.
As you obviously know, there were multiple people who had died from this beast. Did your husband have any connection with these other people?
With Lydia, you mean?
Yes.
We knew Lydia as well as anyone, I suppose. Just John's daughter. Didn't have any particular connection to each other than we lived in the town.
How old was Lydia?
Ruth's thinking of fair territory.
Potentially.
Fair gone wrong.
Small village.
This wife is the werewolf.
A demon! I'm so mad.
Hunched over as she came out of the.
Those aren't brilliant young minds, Jared. Those are werewolf minds you're talking about.
They're werewolf pups.
He came home with wheels that I knew I had not made.
They were just sitting.
It actually doesn't say how old she was.
Dead now.
I would assume like somewhere in her 20s, but possibly like early 30s, because she's living with her dad. I don't know. Not super old, but old enough to be out and about, I guess. Yeah.
Old enough to get murdered by a werewolf.
Yeah, old enough to get murdered by a werewolf. Some things you can't put an age on.
And how much do you know about the man that lives in the cat?
About the Vane family?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that Lord Arthur, I think, is the Lord's name. Yes. Lord Arthur is a member of the House of Lords in London. So he's a peer.
I feel like I should have known that.
Well, you're not a member of the House of Lords.
No, but I figured their names would be known to the people who live in.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out if a peer of the realm is different from a member of the House of Lords.
I want to be a.
I think House of Lords is a little bit different. Yeah, the upper house of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. So a peer of the realm, I think, is slightly different, where they're like part of the aristocracy, but they're not like necessarily part of Parliament in England. I think it's I'll read up on that for next session, maybe. I don't fucking know. But he's a lord. He has the title of lord, but she doesn't know much about them. They mostly keep to themselves, from the sounds of things.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, do you mind if we investigate the barn at all?
As we do it currently.
Yeah, but by all means, take a look if you like. But she kind of wipes more tears away. I'll have to go now.
We appreciate everything you did.
Thank you. And she kind of shuts the door behind you.
We're off to see the barn, the wonderful barn of death.
Yeah. There's a barn on the property. It's been quite a few months since the attacks took place, but you can certainly investigate the barn if you like.
I would like to investigate the barn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spot hidden.
All right, dice. That is an absolute atrocious failure. I forgot my glasses back home.
It's a normal success for me.
Are we all looking?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to.
I do want to. I failed.
It's a normal success.
Ruth, this is an empty barn. You find straw strewn about. You find a little bit of dried blood, sort of in the center of the barn, and what appears to be a tuft of black fur sticking out of sort of like a nail in one of the posts. But aside from that, there is nothing in here.
Richard, come look at this hair. Do you know anything about hair? I can't hear you, Richard.
Right? Yes, let me take a look. I'm going to take a look. Would it be under biology or medicine?
I guess that would be a biology check. What are you trying? But what are you rolling for? First,
I want to identify like if it's human hair, if I recognize the hair from like
What does it smell like?
an animal hair, or I don't know. I'm trying to like identify if it's.
Give me a hard biology roll.
Ooh.
Okay. That's okay. I got lots in biology.
All right, doctor, show us what you're made of.
Baby. I switched dice for this roll. Shouldn't have switched dice. I got a regular success, but it's not enough.
It seems animalistic.
But I know it's for sure not a human hair, right?
Doesn't seem human.
All right. This is definitely not a human hair, but unfortunately, most of my expertise are in human biology, not animal biology.
Fair enough.
You know, an animal hair, seeing as this is a barn, Richard.
Well, I'm not quite sure what kind of hair it is from animal, but is it like a long hair? So it wouldn't be like, or like, can I tell it's not a barn animal hair?
Could be a horse hair. Could be a chicken hair. Could be a dog hair.
They don't have
Chicken hair.
horses.
You
Chicken hair.
you failed the biology roll, so
You don't know.
Okay.
Shit.
yeah.
No, unfortunately, I just can tell you this is definitely not human.
Can I see where George fired a shotgun? Like, is there an impact in the wall or anything?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. I guess there probably would be somewhere. The book doesn't explicitly state that, but yeah, you see like a spread pattern sort of in the opposite side of the wall.
Yeah, I was trying to get a sense of like if it's like something tall he was aiming at, or on the ground, or like that was my intention. That was my intention.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good question. I like that question. Give me another spot hidden check.
That's a normal success.
So, from what it looks like, where the shot rang out, it's a little bit higher than what a normal like human height would be, you think, unless he was going for like a headshot on a really tall person. It looks like he would have gone over top of
Okay, perfect.
a typical human. And I like that question, Peter. So
Oh boy.
have 3 luck points.
Hell yeah, let's go. I gotta start using
Is there any like animals and shit in the barn, or what's in here?
It doesn't say what the farm is. I
Okay.
mean, knowing what typically happens in England, it could be wheat, it could be potatoes, it could be sheep. I have no fucking clue.
Right.
Yeah,
I was wondering if like it was going for livestock or something.
right.
Would you
I
be able to
think-
look in the field and see if there's any animals?
No, but I don't have it written down in the book what kind of farm this is.
Oh, I
is the
see.
problem. Well, unless
I want their crop export list.
How'd they do last season?
Can I buy the farm?
Why do you
You
want
probably
to buy
can.
everything?
Because I'm investing in future.
Like
You get
support
such an
local
aggressive amount of
businesses.
money.
Yeah. I'm like the Onyx of Derbyshire.
I've come to buy your dead husband's farm for reasons relating to the economy,
Here's your
Ugh.
sentence.
maybe. Yeah, sorry, I don't have it in the book what kind of farm this is. And I don't know enough about Central English agriculture to make a guess. Best I can do is that they probably owned horses. So they might have been going after some sort of livestock. Might have been going after a horse or something like that.
I'm gonna choose to believe it wasn't a horse.
I hate those werepigs. They're the fucking worst.
Oh, thought there's one right behind me there.
Okay. That is Osgood Farm. What's next, crew?
To the castle.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, when we said that we wanted to be more prepared going up to the castle, do we actually feel that we're more prepared?
I just don't know what else we would do at this point.
When's the full moon, sorry?
Sunday.
But we don't want to fight the damn thing while it's a werewolf, right?
Well, how do we find it when it's a human? Like I don't.
Bet you there's gonna be a pretty good tells.
Bring some dog kibble with us to feed it.
Dog kibble. There'll be ripped jeans in the hall.
I hate when my werewolf roommates don't clean up after themselves and the
Angsty
clothes are just
werewolf.
everywhere.
Chains in the bedroom. that are
Holy shit.
ripped off
That could mean a lot of things.
So it's just like a 14-year-old who's going through a phase.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently.
That went a different way.
Here
All right.
What?
So you guys drive back to Lesser Adale, park your truck because you're probably not driving it up to the castle. Let's be honest here.
It's a power
So-
move.
You walk up on foot. It takes you probably 20 minutes at least to walk up sort of the steep hill to
Oh.
no, well, not steep, but the rolling.
Richard, you want to make this walk every day?
I would definitely improve this transit, but walking's great activity. It's great for the health.
Great for the health.
I mean, the road is large enough. It's not paved, but it's large enough that you could get a vehicle or a cart up here, or you could pay to have the road improved at some point. And in fact, there are like some tire marks and stuff like that in the gravel, but showing up at a lord's house unannounced with a posse of Americans in a truck is a great way to get yourself kicked out of the county. So I figured you weren't going to do that.
This acquisition of this lord's house might be more difficult, seeing as he's that high of a lord.
One doesn't casually become a lord.
Yeah, you gotta work.
He could have been given the house. You don't know
That's
this.
worth a Google.
How
How do I
become a
work?
lord?
How does
Wonderful
Richard?
lord.
How does Richard become a lord?
God,
Sure, you could
fucking
just-
damn it.
pay for something that says you're a lord?
Hello, my king. I want to be a lord. All right. I give you this uninhabited island off the coast of Scotland. Thank you, my king. Okay. So you guys make your way up to the castle. There is a large stone facade and a massive, massive medieval wooden door with like sort of metal adornments and rivets in there. It was very clearly meant for like a military fortification. Sort of sits on a stone bluff about 200 feet above the village.
Do we actually know what we want to say to these guys? Do we have a plan, or do I even bother asking?
Well, we definitely.
Oh my god. For 195 pounds,
Yeah, I'm
I
on the same
I
page.
can buy the title of a lord and be a lord.
It's not. It's like right under it. It says like you can be whatever you want to call yourself, but as long as you're not doing it for fraudulent purposes.
Oh, what a great
So you can
idea!
so you can call yourself a lord and have like the official title from some website, but you're not a real lord.
Here, I need to
Yeah.
go. I need to get the peerage from the queen. That's what I need to do.
Yes. So just work your whole life in service of the British monarchy.
I
and
shall.
Maybe you can become a lord someday, Jared.
I'll investigate all of the werewolf attacks.
Maybe one of us can get knighted for killing the werewolf.
Oh, that'd be dope.
I better do it.
Unless it's him.
I brought my best. I brought my best scalpels for this.
Where does where does it fall? Are you a lord or are you sir? Like what's higher?
Oh
Oh,
lord.
lord. Lord is higher than knighthood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the knights were people who protected the lords.
I thought the
Sure.
lords
I had-
protected the knights.
I didn't,
Well, actually, I think
didn't-
the knights were like paid by the lords to protect them.
Yeah.
You can
I
be
didn't
you can
think about that.
technically be both. You can be knighted by a monarch and still have like a landed title. And it
I'm here to
depends.
protect
It's very
myself.
yes. It varies from country to country and time period to time period. But there are a lot of different titles that you can have, like barons and lords and things like that, are all different
Mm.
and different
Yeah, 'cause-
things. But
At one point, you had to there was a point where it had to be an inherited title, if I remember, to be
What-
like
what-
a knight,
Yeah.
and like you had to be a lord to be a knight.
well, what you need to understand is that the game we're playing takes place in 1925. Feudalism has long since ended.
I'm gonna bring it back with my castle.
Oh, good luck.
Gonna be a sir
Yeah.
lord. Anyway,
I'm gonna fight for Wessex.
Lovely. Right now, fight for the good people of Lesser Dale who are getting attacked by werewolves. Start
worry,
small. So you guys find yourself outside of this imposing medieval fortification.
bang, bang.
Is it just
Bang.
like a door? Or are there guards out front?
No guards, just a big door. To the side, kind of off of down a bit of a stone hallway, there's a smaller door that opens up, and there's a man finely dressed in what appears to be like a butler's attire who comes out and, "Can I help you?"
Yeah,
Oh god.
we're here to talk to
Lord Austin. Or
Arthur?
something.
Lord
Arthur.
Crane.
Lord Arthur.
Lawrence.
Oh god.
Do you have an appointment?
Do I need an appointment?
To see the Lord of the Castle. Yes, you do need an appointment, sir.
Hmm.
Good sir. I want to apologize for my American friends. They don't quite understand our customs here. It is of an urgent matter that we talk to the Lord.
I'll need you to put in a written request, and then we can perhaps have somebody come for you once you have your interview request reviewed.
How long does this take?
This may take a day or so, a day or two.
Ah, perfect.
Is it?
Excellent. All right. So he gets that all done up and then leaves down the hallway and closes the door behind him.
Richard, I thought you were buying the place. What the hell was that?
Hey, you
Well,
hold it in.
no, what you have to understand is I have to figure out how much it costs before I can just say I'm going to buy it. Let's go to the local place that I would find out how much this building costs.
Where is that
There's
exist?
my local realtor.
I want that
Where's
castle
the
assessed.
local Cardell Homes?
I love how you're still even considering buying this castle after you find out it is the ancestral home of a lord,
I
a British
can't wait.
lord.
I can apply for a loan.
From that lord?
Hello, I'd like to buy your house, please. Will you give me money to give back to you to buy your house?
Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
Well, should we just like wander? What else are we gonna do? I wanted to talk to the guy. And there's a chance we might even be denied.
Yeah, Richard, I don't know about
Sounds-
that decision, but it's done now.
Sounds like a break into me, boy.
No, absolutely not.
Let's give it a day. We'll come back at this time tomorrow.
All right.
All right. So you guys make your way back down to the village. It's probably early afternoon at this point, after all your interviews and your time spent at the castle.
All right, well, perhaps it's time to drive back to Derby to escort our young friend into a room for several days.
You've already paid for the hotel rooms tonight.
Yeah,
Here
well,
in
I
West
think we
Virginia.
might as well just go there and back. It's early afternoon. What else are we going to do here unless you guys want to investigate anything else?
I mean, have we done?
Yeah,
all
we
the
could go
stuff
try to
with
find the
Cthulhu
wolf
right
or
now?
the dog.
But we don't really, we haven't, the constable didn't really have a sense of where he did that, so we'd just be wandering in the hills looking for a blood stain, I guess.
You're just looking for the corpse of a dog from
Yeah,
a couple months ago.
I don't know about,
Well, there's a few other things in town. There's the
On the map.
church, the vicarage. I think it technically is. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong thing. So there's the church. There's the general store. I think that might be it. Yeah.
I would say let's go into Derby now. We can get there when the workers' shift ends. Then maybe tomorrow morning we can check out the church and the general store while we're waiting for his lordship to get back to us.
Be a nice way to cool down after kidnapping someone.
But we already have hotel rooms in town, bro.
Well,
well,
we'll come back.
We have hotel. Yeah, we'll
We
go
used to-
there. We'll come back.
I
We'll
guess
get
we
our
can
paid,
fly
like-
off,
buddy,
or you
and
can
come
pro-
back.
Pretend to be an employee.
Why don't we just chill for one night and just get it all done
Well,
tomorrow?
because we're on like with the Henson, it's like a timed thing. We gotta make the guy disappear. That way
I
we can
thought
wake it.
wanted to wait a couple more days. It's only been a day since we went. Like it's
been an
Saw
afternoon, I
them
think,
last
yeah.
night. We just
But,
saw them
like-
last night, and we're gonna wait a couple days to kidnap him.
I mean, that's true, but I think we just don't have anything more to do around here right now.
The only
we
part of the process we can make shorter is this one, which is why I figured we might as well just get it done now and then wait for him to notice he's gone missing, and then for them more time to go by, and they're like, oh, maybe something actually happened to him. He's not actually just sick for the
Fuck
day
are
or
we
some
gonna put
shit.
this guy?
That's
are
what
we
I
gonna do
think.
with him? Are we gonna bring him with us to freaking small town here?
We got 30 rooms. As long as we gag him up nicely.
He won't find his way home very well if we just, I don't know, toss him in a lake. Maybe with
He's
some...
not a fucking
He's-
cat. He can talk to anybody.
What's with you and water in this town?
Well,
He's
I'm-
a young man.
I'm
We don't
not-
need to kill him.
Yeah,
Well, and I understand that, but I just feel like it's a liability if we don't, you know?
Then
Okay,
just
if we're
have
gonna
some-
kidnap someone, we need to be present for the kidnapping, and we need to watch over him while everything else happens, which means
Is
we
this-
need to be in Derby to actually kidnap him. We can't just kidnap him and come back. What are you gonna do with him? Unless you're killing him.
Who's this?
Shipping crate.
We're
Shipping.
trying
For how
to take out one of the employees of the safe company so that I can get in there and get a job and be an inside man.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not the safe company. Henson Manufacturing.
Manufacturing, sorry.
Let's just hang out here. Come back tomorrow and deal with it, and we can kidnap the guy any day. We don't have to do it tomorrow. We don't have to do it today. He'll still be there next week. And if he's not, then our
Let's put up
problems are
some
solved.
I tend to agree with Norman. I think it's a little bit soon.
You guys just want to take an afternoon off?
So I think no, but I would like to talk to the Lord. I don't want to wait for his lordship.
I don't think
Well,
that's an option.
unfortunately, Clyde, I don't know how they do it in the U.S., but you can't just march into a governor's house and shut up, Peter.
You can't just march into the Oval Office and talk to Obama about werewolves.
He's not the king. He's just some lord.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
but
the
I don't
lords
think-
hold a big power in the government.
You want to storm the
If we don't-
castle?
If we don't play by his rules, he won't even consider speaking to us.
If
And-
anything, we'll be arrested and thrown in jail.
Yeah, well, you do have to chum up to him
By
to
what? The
some
one
extent
constable
because
in town?
Yeah, by Lumpy over there.
Well, I don't know if you've seen your past action with police officers, Clyde, but it hasn't been exactly impressive.
Excessive force here in London, in the UK. All right.
I don't know. Ruth and I seem to hold our own against them.
And Bobbies aren't nothing.
As you guys kind of get back to town, you do see a few people beginning to sort of make their way into the Laughing Horse Inn for maybe an early day, maybe cutting work a bit early.
Let's play the
Good.
crowd. Let's see if we can learn something about our victims.
We already know everything we need to know, Clyde.
Like
The
what?
Lord is the werewolf. We know this.
Well, then let's rally the townspeople and storm the castle.
Wow, we are bringing it back to feudalistic time periods.
If you don't like your God-given representative, rise up with torches and pitchforks and help the French invade.
This starts the raid segment of the campaign.
Well, we were going to investigate this secret cabal that seems to have its hand in our friend Jackson's murder, but we decided to stay here in England and siege a castle for 7 months.
We got what you
Starve 'em
call a
out.
sidetrack.
And we lost.
Then we lost when the actual army came and
We built a trebuchet out of the wood from George Osgood's barn. He wasn't using it.
we did leave a piece of wood that honored him, an honorary piece of wood where he shot his shotgun.
Ugh.
One thing we could do is play the crowd to see if they've heard any noises in the last month. Some of the bizarre noises that the article mentioned.
I was glad you specified because I was like, I wonder if any of these people have heard any noises in the last month of their existence.
What?
They're all deaf from the wheel making machines.
What if we do wait till the full moon? Stake out the castle during the full moon and see if the Lord comes out of it.
So now you want us to ignore the Lord if he summons us and wait till the Lord comes out of his house on a full moon.
Precisely, yes.
I if we were to not see anything, we would have wasted our one night and then we'll have to wait a whole month, and side quests won't get complete.
And we also probably won't get another viewing with the Lord if we stand the Lord up the first time we try to contact him.
All right, well, you guys play the crowd. I'm just gonna drink.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, Norman.
So you guys enter into the Laughing Horse Tavern. Or sorry, did you want to say something, Harrison?
No, I just made a stupid joke. Please.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for coming clean. So you guys enter into the Laughing Horse Tavern. A few locals have begun to get some drinks, and sort of as you sit there and order around for yourselves, a few more pour in. But mostly just general chatter. No one really pays you any mind. Bill's behind the bar, serving drinks.
Shall we split up and just strike up some conversations, or listen into some chat, see what we hear?
I think that's a good
maybe
idea.
Bit of both.
Okay, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
I don't listen into any interesting conversations if I just like wander, find a nice spot in the bar, and
I'd like to do the same thing.
Okay.
like listen for anything that sounds interesting to us. Noises and like missing livestock, stuff like that.
I'm not even going to make you guys make a listen roll. No one's talking about anything like that. It is all general, just discourse and friends, cracking jokes and stuff like that. If you want answers, you're going to have to look for them.
I would like to go ask the bartender if he's heard anything in the last while.
Heard anything in what way?
Well, I was just curious. Have you heard, those people have been complaining about some odd noises. I was wondering if you heard anything of those.
What people have been complaining about what noises?
Is Norman there? The people of the of lesser the town.
Lester,
Place we're in right now.
I need help. I got into a conversation. I can't get out of this.
I love that you called for Norman's help. You're like, Norman, bail me out, please.
Like
I repeated what Peter said to ask people, and now it's turned on me. I should listen to Peter. Peter has
mate,
bad advice.
if you've got a question, ask it. If not, I've got work to do. So,
have you heard any? Has anyone talked about any of the werewolf at all in the last while?
When you say that, silence falls over the bar room, and everyone kind of looks at you in a funny way.
Yo, what the hell did that guy just say?
There is an awkward silence among the bar and its entire patronage.
I
round for everyone?
The bear a little bit.
Well, run for the whole bar.
I'd like to stand up, look over at Richard, pretend I don't know him, and be like, werewolf? You seriously think there's a werewolf crawling around this town? No, that's not a hodgepodge. No,
Are you you're gonna buy a round for the whole bar, Richard?
Yep.
All right. So Bill gets to work pouring drinks, and as he does, he sort of says to one of the patrons, "Ernest, why don't you give us a whistle?" And a gentleman at the end of the bar starts whistling a jaunty little tune, which is very beautiful, as Bill begins dispensing drinks around the bar. Richard, that's going to cost you put it at 10 pounds for the whole bar.
Okay. How much US is that?
$50 US.
Perfect. All right, that's my spending level, so we're good.
All on a day's work, boys.
Bill, did you ever meet a man named Jackson Elias?
Can't say that I did. Friend of yours? As he kind of hands you a beer.
Yes, dear friend. I'm sad to say he passed away a short time ago.
My apologies. as the drinks begin to be dispersed, people do start actually talking a little bit about the happenings, the strange happenings of the last little while. And as the hours kind of pass on, they sort of swap stories, and it starts getting into evening, and you begin to actually learn a little bit about what's been going on.
It was all about the whistling.
Yep, absolutely.
You just
That
needed a
whistling-
jaunty tune.
Yeah, that jaunty tune moves you to tears, and you get some information. A lot of it is like rehashed information that you already had. So like murders happened a couple months ago. 2 people were killed. Oh, poor Lydia. Oh, poor George. We really liked them. Stuff like that. They were torn to shreds. But
And
some is
anything about the Lord's son?
About the Lord's son? Well, we'll get to that. I'm giving you some lore here.
Oh.
So some people are saying, "Beware the moon," and many have heard howls when the moon is full. They remind you guys that the full moon is on Sunday. But some people are like, "Well, we're starting to hear the howls on the days leading up and the days after the full moon as well." And people are like, maybe it's not the full moon. One guy says, "I swear I caught a glimpse of the thing. It couldn't have been the dog the constable shot, because no dog walks around on his back paws, and no dog ever ripped bone through bone like it did to Lydia." And some people are like making weird comparisons to like the black dog of Adale, which is apparently a local legend. Great beast, black as the night with glowing red eyes. All who hear its howl can be sure death is coming. Another person at the table are like, "I think I saw the vicar, Jeremy Stratton, Vicar Stratton. He said he caught a glimpse of the beast a few months ago." And a few people even say that they're sure that Constable Tumwell probably put an end to whatever's going on. So there's a lot of different information that's being disseminated throughout the bar. And in fact, at a certain point, Constable Tumwell actually comes in and sits down at the bar and has a drink and does not partake in any of the conversation. But yeah.
So nothing about the Lord and the Lord's son?
Nobody talks about the lords. Nobody talks about the Vane family.
Weird.
But you can ask about them if you want.
Sure, I'll wander up to the barkeep. And I'm not going to be subtle about this or anything. I'll like talk at a normal, if not a little bit higher volume. Like, hey, so with all these, shouldn't the lords or the lord or whoever do something a little bit more about all of the things going on here?
About what things particularly?
Well, the murders. Shouldn't they be more involved in the town that they preside?
I mean, the Lord lives here, but he's more of a political figure in Parliament in London. We had a full complement of police officers come up for the investigation, and we settled the matter after Constable Tumwell shot that dog a few months back.
Do you know the history of the Vane? Vane, is that right?
The Vane family.
Vane.
Yeah, the Vane family has lived in Derbyshire for centuries. About 700 years, some folks say. They were made lords during the reign of Charles II, but no one knows why exactly. They live in the big medieval castle. It's called Plum Castle. Looks over the town. Lord Arthur is in his 60s. He's got a son who's in his early 20s and a daughter who's in her early 20s as well, I believe. Lawrence and Eloise, I believe their names are. And they've got a few servants that live in the keep as well, but that's all I really know about them. Bill sort of says as he pours another beer.
What do the Lord's son and daughter hang in town often?
Lawrence sometimes comes around for a pint or two, but don't see much of Lord Arthur or Eloise.
And what is Lawrence like? I imagine these royals got to be an interesting bunch.
Oh, well, they're not royalty, necessarily.
Lord is a big title in my eyes.
Yeah. But not part of the royal family. Yeah, he's an agreeable chap. Seems to have a good head on his shoulders. I mean, he kind of leans in close. Rich kid, right? So, you know what that's like. But as far as rich folk go, he's not the worst, from what I hear. And he pays.
I'm sure that's
I
what you
heard.
care about.
That is very much what I care about, my friend.
I heard. Did he have any relations with some of the girls in town? I heard he was seen running from one of the murders.
Oh, I mean, that would be a interesting bit of gossip, but not that I know of.
Let me see. I really want to talk to this guy.
Anything else you guys want to do?
I want to ask Bill
I'm
if
a
he's ever
goat.
heard of Harrison Dodge.
Can't say I have. Should I have?
There are rules. Come on.
If you're a big reader, you might have heard of him, but otherwise, I wouldn't look into it.
No, not worth the time.
Not too much for reading myself. Mostly like to tend to the bar.
Yes. Well, big day tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed and read my book for a while.
Sounds good.
Probably till like midnight.
Fucking nerd.
Okay. Sounds
Right, Ruth? What a nerd.
Okay, doctor. I don't know. You've read a fair many books, I'm sure.
There you go.
Don't lie, Ruth is starting to warm up to Richard being there.
I don't know. You give off a chaotic energy.
It's awesome.
Right. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to do?
No, I'm gonna head to bed too.
Yeah.
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's 3 hours. We're right at 10 o'clock, so I'd say that's a good place to leave off. So, thank you all for joining us, as always. And in 2 weeks' time, we will see what mysteries unfold. Will you kidnap a child, a young man? Will you find
Will
out
we
about
murder a
werewolves?
duke?
Yeah.
Murder
Who
Duke.
knows?
Will Eric be that Duke?
What a twist.
That'd be crazy. No, Eric will not be. Eric will not be Lord Vane. But we'll find all that out next time. Thank you all for joining us. As always, we've been Live Connection. This has been Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Nyarlathotep, and we'll see you all next time.
Thanks for
So
joining us,
long.
guys.